Hello there, dear YouTubers. My name is King1993, and today I'll be talking about something which is not related to the Valkyries, but rather which is more of an important part of the game, and that place is called the shop. Okay, so I'll be explaining on what type of item you should be getting on a regular basis from the shop. That is point number one, and point number two is at the end of the day how you can compromise some of the things which might be available in the shop, but sometimes it is better to not to get them. Okay, so before starting this video, do understand that in case if you want to get any other type of tutorials related stuff regarding Honkai Impact, then I suggest that you go to my website. This website is called King1993 Gaming. Basically speaking, this is a website where I basically upload all of the Honkai related stuff, such as I have at the moment uploaded many of the guides related what type of weapon, stigmata set, and even elf character to get in the game, so to make sure that your overall gameplay is gonna be extremely good, so that you will be able to get higher score on defeating every type of enemies in the game. Okay, and in case if you are wondering, okay, why is the game URL so bad, okay, do not worry, the link of this website will be given in the description, so you should be able to get to this website without any problem. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started with the shop. Okay, once you have entered the supply, okay, then there will be these three options: shop, supply, and recharge. So today I'll be talking about shop, and not just all of the part, only the daily shop. So this daily shop has three type of currency available: crystals, coins, and this asteroid. Okay, so first thing you have to understand, never use crystals in this place. Why? Because crystals are very rare materials in this game. Like, you need to wait a lot of time to get a lot of crystals. So do not use crystals like mindlessly, okay, if you are a free to play person. Now here's the thing, even though you will be able to get 4 of these fragments, you can get these fragments from some other place. I will talk about that later, but do not get these fragments using crystals on this place. So never use crystals here. That is one. Okay, now second one will be called this asteroid. Now you can get any of this material using asteroid, that is up to you, no problem. And sometimes ether fuel will show up. What is ether fuel? Ether fuel are basically materials that are needed to make these stigmata characters from this stigmata grinding or foundry shop. Okay, so in this foundry you will be able to make stigmata sets or pieces, but you need a lot of ether fuel. So what you must need to understand, that you must need to be getting ether fuel from this place. So if you sometimes see that ether fuel is available, get those ether fuel as soon as possible, because it will be a very good option or a very good choice to actually do that. Okay, so that is done with the asteroid. Now let's talk about this one. Okay, this one is or was a coin related stuff. Okay, so basically what happened is I used coins to get this. So whenever you see a certain fragment, whether it is Valkyrie fragment or elf fragment, get them using the coins, because at the end of the game you'll see that there will be a lot of more coin than any other things. So if you use those coins to get any of these let's say Valkyrie characters or elf character, then it will be a very good thing for you. Now why is that? Even if you have, let's say, this elf character or this Valkyrie character at their max, basically you can then turn those extra stuff, okay, extra stuff or extra of those fragments, and then convert them into witch orb. Okay, so I have already converted them, so none of them are showing its true color. This grayish color is an indication that these character here are not fully upgraded to SSS rank. So unless they are SSS rank, it will show their full color. Okay, so once you have turned those into witch orb, you can then use those witch orb in this witch corridor, which I'll talk about it later. So obviously if you see that any of the characters, or let's say elf, which are available in this place, just buy them. Okay, now I'm using this asteroid in another place, which is why I'll not buy this. But if I had, let's say, a lot of asteroid and I didn't need to use anywhere, then I would have gotten these fragments without a doubt. Okay, so let's talk about the second one, which is called the exchange shop. Now this exchange shop is not a thing for the faint of heart. Basically speaking, I am a free-to-play player for a matter of more than 4 years, like 4.5 years I have been playing this game. Okay, I have never used this. Okay, the reason behind why I have never used this is because the amount of stigma resonance unit is a lot. Okay, and the amount of weapon resonance unit is also a lot. Okay, and I am not the type of extremely lucky person to get all of the weapon and the stigmata set and then have extra of them. So as a result, what has happened was I was unable to get multiple of them, and as a result I didn't transform them into this stigma resonance or this weapon resonance. As you know, that is probably the reason why I do not have or have not gotten any of the stigmata set or let's say weapon set from this place. Okay, but if you are a type of person, let's say, who has a lot of them, you can just basically transform them and get anything other. And weekly, okay, every week you will have up to 6 or 7 maybe free resets. Afterwards you will need crystals. For example, there is one reset. Trust me, I will not gonna be using this, so which is why it doesn't matter if I reset them or not. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and only one left. Afterwards you will need this asteroid, and once this asteroid finishes, trust me, you will need crystals. So obviously this is something that is up to you, but since I'm not that type of player, so I'm not gonna be using this. And this weapon looks like the same weapon that Arataki Ito uses in Genshin Impact. Anyway, from the DOM supply, here's another important thing. So if you want to get something here, you will have 3 level of priorities from this place. Okay, or rather 4 level of priority from this place. So what is priority number 1? Priority number 1 is to get these work point cards. So you can get these work point cards from the dorm errands. Okay, you can just need to do the errands, you will be able to get this. Anyway, so these work point cards, the first priority you must need to get is this Azure Crystallum. Now why is that? Because Azure Crystallum, not just Azure Crystallum, like any other Crystallum which will be available in the future, are gonna be a very limited thing. So if you want to get a certain weapon from the battle point shop, okay, then using this Crystallum is a very important thing. Okay, like you will be able to get, let's see, 2 from this place and 3 from this place. So in every new version you will be able to get about 5 of these Crystallum. Okay, so that much important this Crystallum is. Now why priorities as number 1? That is because this one stays for a very short amount of time, which is why your first priority is to get the Azure Crystallum first. Okay, then you want to get the DOM supply card. This is your second most priority because you will be able to get about 5 DOM supply card per month. Okay, so this game basically changes once every month. The version changes. For example, currently right now the version is 5.3. Next month it will be 5.4. So since you will be able to get a new version every month, you will be getting about 5 of these DOM supply card every month. Okay, and you can get 3 from the DOM shop and 2 from the Armada terminal. Okay, so you must need to get this because you will be using this in the DOM supply shop, which will be in this place. So I'll be talking about this place later. So that is the main thing why you should be prioritizing this as the second most important. Now what is the third most important? The third most important one is this Einstein Thoras, because this Einstein Thoras, even though it is shown here that you can get it from many places, do understand that it will be available in the battle point reward shop sometimes, and sometimes it won't. So from that point of perspective, you must need to prioritize these Einstein Torus as the third most important options in the DOM supply. Okay, and then what is the fourth? The fourth is this MC metal, because this MC metal, even though it is a lot of available at the moment right now, it is 99 of them, I still suggest that you try to prioritize this as the third most important options. Now in case you were wondering, okay, then why do I have a lot of this work point? Because this game is eventually gonna change version in the next month, and I must need to get at least 2 of these Azure Crystalline as soon as possible. It takes about 1600 of these work point cards to get 1 of these Azure Crystalline. So as you know, I need about 3200 of these work point cards to get all of these Azure Crystalline. Okay, so that is basically it for this DOM supply, sorry, this DOM shop. Okay, now for this witch corridor, as I've already said, that when you have extra fragments, you can convert those extra fragments into this thing which is called witch orb. Okay, so once you have this witch orb, okay, so this is basically, if you have extra of them, it will show in full color, and you will basically be able to know, okay, those are the ones that you must need to convert them into witch orb. Okay, now this witch orb is going to be extremely important, because this witch orb will allow you to get other Valkyrie characters in the game, which will be very difficult to get if you just do normal grinding. Okay, so for some free to grinding stuff, this witch orb is a very good option. This witch orb was not available when the game was first released, because I remember I didn't see any of this. This one came after 4 point something, so this witch orb is a very recent thing, like 1 year ago I think. Anyway, in case if you're wondering, okay, I now have the witch shop and the witch orb also, so what can I do? Like, how can I prioritize which one is better? Well, that is up to you. If you are the type of person who want to get support character, then there are 2 support character which is available in this part. Okay, in this witch corridor, one of them is Yamabuki Armor, the second one is called Divine Prayer, and the rest of the other are basically DPS categories. So even if you have them, they are just DPS Valkyries. Okay, this is another one you want to get as a support, because she has stigmata characters which will able to provide a lot of team damage dealing. Okay, so there is these 3 options: this Blueberry, this one is Divine Prayer, and this one, the last one, is this Yamabuki Armor. These are the 3 Valkyrie character as a support character which will be available, and the rest of the other are gonna be so weak that you might not even want to use them. Okay, so that much basically it for this. This is more of a like collection thing, like I want to collect all of the Valkyrie characters to turn them into AAA rank just because I can. It is this type of thing. Now in this category, as you can see here, there are 2 options here. One is witch orb, another one is pure witch orb. So what does pure witch orb does is to convert even the ones which are not meant to be converted, because you do not have them to their AAA rank. You can basically convert them, and that is the main thing about this pure witch orb, is to turn the one which is not converted yet, and then you will be able to use those one and then get these other Valkyrie characters in this game. Now do understand that these are the one which I do not have to their AAA rank, because these are hard to get. Okay, and if you want to get them eventually, then you must need to understand whether you want to transform all of these non-essential ones into AAA rank, or do you want to change all of the non-essential one into these essential ones. Okay, and if you want to get all of these other essential Valkyrie characters, okay, so you must need to turn them into witch orb or pure witch orb in order to get this. So basically speaking, I still haven't gotten or turned any of those non-convertible ones. Okay, like for example, these are basically non-convertible ones because they are not at their AAA rank. So if you want to turn those non-convertible ones into this pure witch orb, then you can do so. After doing that, you will be able to get multiple of these characters. Okay, now that is up to you. For me, it is not worth it at the moment, but it will be worth it in the future. Now for the supply shop, this is the final part of this video. Now in the supply shop, there is this thing called battle suit shards. Now these battle suit shards, you can get this from this supply. So if you have, let's say, a character at its SSS rank, then the extra amount you are gonna have is gonna turn into those battle supply, or this battle suit shards. So you can use these battle suit shards to get any of the other Valkyrie characters. Again, you have options: Divine Prayer, Yamabuki Armor, or you can get these DPS category, for example Heart of the Void, or let's say Shadow Knight Fuwa, or you can get this thing which is called Elf. Okay, now these elves are actually expensive, okay, but at the end of the day these elves are worth it. So it is up to you to prioritize which you want to get, but eventually if you do have enough battle suit shards, you can get all of these materials. Okay, so that is basically it for this daily shop. Now I will be making other parts, okay, like from this perspective, as you can probably see here, there are 4 options. So I'll just name this video as part 1 of part 4. Okay, so if you like this video, then please give a like and subscribe and click the bell notification icons to get more of this type of topic on a regular basis. Thank you and see you again next time.